All right, back again with the. Let's go for the trade ideas for 1423. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay, so on the Nasdaq, let's go ahead and start here on the lower time frame. Let's go to the hourly. Let's get a good idea of what's been going on. So if we look left, right, so we have price break above this area here. It looks like it's moving sideways, and now we're starting to get some accumulation going on here inside of these areas. So somewhere in here, we have something going on, right? All right, if we do it like that, price is coming in there somewhere like that. So what we're gonna say is we're looking for bullish momentum here. So we have price break here. Now what we'd want to see is we ultimately want to see price come and break above here. Now you see it wicked it, but it didn't really do it any justice. So we see it break down, see it break up. We see maybe there's some zones in here that we could look to go ahead and buy off, and it looks like we're getting some taps. Right, break up, he's coming back down, and I think we'd probably want to see it come down here a little bit more before we do anything. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put an alert here. We're going to wait for it to break, like a double break in a sense, right? So if we're looking for it to come back down, we see price broke down here, so it broke up, wicked up, came down. Now we're potentially looking for sales to go down, right, somewhere in here. If Let's go ahead and check this out. Now when you start to zoom in, it starts to get even bigger, and the zone starts to look even more improbable in my opinion. So we go here, here, we start going down, we start to refine, and we could potentially see that, right? So then we go ahead and remove that line there. And what we want to see is we want to see shorts off of this particular zone, because right now we're in a range and we'd be looking for shorts off of this area here. So let's go ahead and get our handy dandy alerts. All right, there we go. Now we got our nice little supply zone. Now, if we're looking at the lower time frame, we're probably going to say, well, we're looking for potentially some longs. We saw it in here. We saw it came and tapped down in here already, right? We saw a break, and we saw a break. So if we were in this, could potentially say, hey, we're in that particular trade right there, if we're looking at it like that, but we're not. So I mean, yeah, you see some nice bullish divergences too. Very, very nice. So anyways, we'll delete that. That was a distraction. That's a distraction as well. So ultimately, we want to see his price come up in here to look for shorts to go back down somewhere into here. Now we could actually argue at this particular moment that we had this break, right? Now we had this final break. We could say we want to see price come down to mitigate some places in here, maybe down here. Let's see, break up, break up. You could say, I mean, opens partially mitigates that. I'd say this wick is still open, right? There's still a good amount of unmitigated potential in that area. So if we did see price come down into here, we could go ahead and take a long here if we get confirmations, right? We're just looking for scalps. So this is man zone, and so we want to go ahead and get our measuring tool out, right? So if we go ahead and measure this, worst case scenario, we're saying, okay, well, we're going to take the entire zone, leave some room to breathe, and we want to see price ultimately run up here. Then yeah, this 118. So of course, that is definitely a good risk reward if we're looking at this particular range to take trades off of. So anyways, we're going to just wait for our alerts to go off and leave it at that. Let's go ahead and look at the euro. All right, let's start the 1 hour. So we start the 1 hour and we see price is starting to move somewhere back up in here, but I think just looking at it from this particular perspective, I'd say we're bearish here. And now you say, Brandon, well, you've been looking at this forever, so of course you know it's bearish. I mean, it's been coming up, right? So I'd say we're short-term bearish here, right? We've just been slowly moving up, and we had this really weird sideways price action. So we had this break up here. We could say, well, it broke above. So where did this come from? It came from here, and it started to break down, right? Even here. So we break down this last area here. So we could say break up, break down, finally break up again, finally break up again, and then boom. So we could say this is our last NB here. And we want to go ahead and look for the supply zone that exists. Opens up, it falls off. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. Maybe 24 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that this last move here, you had this little small up move and then boom, fell off the face of the earth. We could do that. We could say that probably. It's a very small zone, right? But last up move before the down move. And we want to see price come into here. So let's go ahead and put an alert. So we can see what's going on here. Awesome. So we're just going to leave it at that. And that is just going to cover our ideas for 1/4/23. We're just going to keep it at 2 pairs for now. I mean, I might do some stuff off video, but for now, this is what I'm going to put out there. So hope you all learned something today. Go ahead and hit that comment section. Let me know what you want to see. Hit the like button and, of course, subscribe so you can continue with your boy B-Phil on his journey becoming consistently profitable with you as well. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.